Hello, folks. Welcome to the Gobbler Coaches Show. My partner Ray and I are here with Coach Jack Alvarez. Coach, congratulations on last week's victory, getting you and your team district championship in your second year here at Cuero.
Well, I tell you what, I can't say nothing about just the kids we have on our team, and then the community support, and then on top of that, I think I've been able to put together a really good coaching staff, and everybody's bought in right now, and I'd have to give all the credit to that to all those involved, because at this point, the head coach, he's not the most important deal. It's keeping the kids fired up and the coaches locked in, and the community support behind them. So it feels like a big green wave right now, and just take us a ride.
Coach, you did it last week. You did it by going out and just taking care of business, something that you had talked about last week versus Gonzales. It was almost a workman-like performance, the big first quarter. Talk about how your kids went out, took care of business, knew what they had to do. They did it and got away with a good victory.
We were locked in. I thought our kids, it's hard sometimes to play in a game like this. Why I was so pleased with the Smithville game and having a big game before we started the playoffs, because we all knew Gonzales was a little down. I mean, they're just down right now, and for us to go in there and get good solid work in and good practice and be sharp, again, says a lot about our kids that we have here, and taking the game seriously and not wanting to look, rather look good than look cool. And I thought that's what we did the other night.
And not look ahead.
Yeah, it was statistically a dominating performance. I mean, I can't, you gave up 17 yards rushing on 30 carries for the game and 28 yards passing. So 45 yards on the defensive side. And I know you like to see what happens on first down, but you only gave up 1.7 yards on first downs, and you're going to win a lot of high school football games if you only give up 1.7 yards on first down.
You may win a lot of pro football games.
Okay, no, that's true.
It don't matter. I mean, that's the only thing worse than that is having a penalty and being behind the sticks. So.
Yeah. And then on the offensive side, you went back to almost absolute 50-50 balance, 224 rushing and 228 passing.
Well, we can't. It's one that when you get in a game like that, you don't want to just be slinging the ball all over the yard in the third and fourth quarter trying to work on things. So my plan last week, and it may be a lot of the same plan this week, I went out and tried to make sure we were throwing the ball and we're staying in rhythm early. Then that way we could do what we need to do to get out of the ball game after the third quarter. So
yeah.
I know Coach Blanc wanted a shutout. Was that ball tipped that Jerry threw, or was that just a bad pass?
No, it was tipped.
I thought it was tipped.
We call it run action. I don't really tell everybody what we're doing, but we have some calls that we make, and we make the play look just like the run. And I give a little tag to the play. So we may run the power, or we may run the counter, or we may run the scat. And if I tag it with spy, that means if they got everybody down and they let us have inside leverage, we'll just throw the slant. Well, when you're doing that, it's all cute and sounds fun and it's sounding, but you don't want to. You have to run plays that match the offensive line blocking. Well, we had a guard as a gap scheme all the way back because it was matched with the power. The guard kind of nudged Jerry. When he nudged Jerry, Jerry got off balance and the ball kind of got his arm hit, and that's what happened. So anyway, I had to pass that ball. I said I considered a shutout. That was on the offense. We were practicing, and he goes, Coach, I just want to get one shutout. I said, well, let's get one next week. So he's hungry to get a shutout, so maybe we'll get it this week.
Well, talking about this week, tonight you start your third season of the year. Probably the most important season, and that's the playoffs. And tonight, YMLA out of San Antonio comes to town. Fortunate that we're able to host the first playoff game. Talk about what y'all can expect from YMLA on both offense and defense.
Well, I'll say this: they're not the best team we've played this year. I mean, I'm not trying to downgrade or degrade them at all. They're just not, and I am a realist. So when we watch film, we say, hey, look, we can run these plays, and we can do this on defense, and we can do this on special teams. and let's not worry about who they are, but let's worry about who we are and take that same workmanlike attitude.
Like you did last week.
It'll be a very similar game plan. They have some big guys. I'll talk about them from an offensive standpoint first. I think they got one really big offensive lineman. I think his number was 69 or
70.
70. Yeah, I knew it was right there. It was one of the two biggest numbers they have, but he was a big old kid. I don't think he's much of a pass blocker, but they do look like they run behind him pretty well. They have some speed in the backfield. Quarterback gets the ball out of his hand good, and they do have one breakaway receiver. So, from a defensive, when we're looking at them to stop them, you go, oh, man, if they get hot, they get going. Well, our deal is we want to kind of go ahead and I know it's probably we want to go ahead and make sure that when we step on them, we keep our we stay on them. Let's put it like that anyway. Yeah. And then from a defensive standpoint, I just think that they're not going to cover us well. Our secondary, our receivers should have a pretty good night. Their defensive ends, I showed y'all some video a while ago. They run up the ball up the field some, so you would think our block down, kick out schemes will be good, and us being able to throw the ball will be good. So to me, tonight is not so much about YMLA. We're going to respect them because they're a football team coming in here to beat us. But I think if we go out and we play our brand of football on both sides of the ball and work on the things that will get you beat late in the year, which is turnovers, which is penalties and special teams, and make sure those things are clean, I'll be satisfied. And number one, no matter what it looks like, there's not a rating system in the playoffs, so a win is a win. So whether it be good, bad, or ugly, we're going to celebrate it.
And they're the fourth place team coming out of the Wimberley Navarro district. Ray, do you have any? I know there's no history.
I can't find out. They're three. We have no history with Cuero with them. They're 3-6. So do you know who they beat, Jack?
And if you don't, I think they beat Luling, and I think they beat Austin Achieve.
Austin Achieve.
I think that's the only two I know for sure.
Okay, because I couldn't find them on Max Preps.
Yeah, so like I said, I think Luling played for a playoff spot last week, so Luling usually has a little speed. So I think they, it's hard to tell. I mean, the only common opponent we have is Navarro, and we watched that video, and they moved the ball on Navarro early until Navarro's offense just finally just beat them down to where they didn't try much. Mm-hmm. And I think y'all all been around pretty much plain English guy. I'm not going to hide it. I mean, that I think if we get on them and we play our game, it's going to be a fun night for the Gobblers.
Good deal. We'll talk about what else is going on in Gobbler athletics. Before you go there, tonight, typically playoffs, underclassmen get brought up. You bringing up some kids from the JV?
We're bringing up a pretty good crew. I think we're pretty much the whole JV stayed out. A few guys wanted to go on to basketball, and that's fine. I get it. Matter of fact, I encouraged them to. I said either stay out and get ready for the long haul in another 6 weeks, or go on to your next sport. And and I said no harm, no foul at this point. But don't start on me, and then 2 weeks from now stop. So
jump back on the train.
Yeah, no, you can't jump back on the train 2 weeks, and then don't jump off the train in 2 weeks. When you're
right.
So anyway, I think we got pretty much the guys we're going to have. I think we end up having about 59 total kids are going to dress out tonight. So that's probably about 11 off the freshman team and about 15, 18 off the JV team. I want to brag on the football program overall. 7th grade, to me, it's hard because not every team had the same dynamic as far as what they had in their middle schools. But our 7th grade, they were 3rd in district. Our 8th grade team went undefeated in district. Our freshman team, I would consider them district runner-ups, and they lost one district game. And then after that, the last 2 opponents or 3 opponents we had didn't have. They only had JVs. So then we combined those freshmen with our JV kids, and we ran the table with them. So we basically went undefeated with our JV and our 8th grade team. So we won district there, and then obviously the varsity won district. So that was fun overall, I would say a good year. Wasn't a dominant year when you run the table on all of them. We didn't do that, but program's healthy.
Good things are coming for Gobbler
good
football.
things are coming, and what you see is like one group's got a lot of linemen, another group's got a few more skill kids. It's just how it's set up here, and I don't know if the parents got together. Hey, we're going to have linemen this year. I don't know what we've done, but it seems like it's gonna work out to where you always have the right amount of speed and the right amount of linemen. So good things.
Speak to just the what does it mean to the program that those 11 off of the freshmen and 15 or whatever off the JV, and I don't want to predict how long you're going to play, but when your kids get to practice 3 or 4 more weeks compared to a team that's not in the playoffs, what does that mean next year and the year after?
One thing it does is it sets expectations. As far as, hey, this is what they're expected to get to. They're expected to play on next year, and the lower group will come up and whoever the 8th graders are now, they're 9th graders. They see a chance for them to get some varsity experience or get to be around, see how things are done on the varsity. The other thing it does is like yesterday, we mocked the game on the day before the game. So, and them freshman kids, they just they do call outs for special teams. They go kickoff team, they run out. Punt team, they run out. But the way we do it on the varsity level, we'll kick it off, and then we'll run 7 plays, score. We go gate, and then we do a kickoff, and then the defense will go out. We'll do a 3 and out, and then we'll try to put our kids in every situation of the game. And that's a little freshmen like, what is going on?
You're prepping them.
So they're starting to see, hey, this is what's expected on varsity the day before a game. The kids are running fast and playing fast, and we don't put up with balls on the ground. We throw one, we expect to catch it. We snap one. We don't want people off sides on kickoff, and it's just to me it's getting the mind and the body together, ready for a complete game of football. Which during the week you may put them in 3rd down situations, but you don't get to do the whole thing at one time. It takes us right at an hour to mock the game, because there's no timeouts and all that, and you can go through. We'll do the goal line situations. We'll do a Hail Mary situation. We'll do have to have a win it play, or like what do you do right after a turnover. And that way it's kind of in the kid's head,
Right.
Hey, you can tell them be ready all you want, but until they lived it, I think it's a completely different situation. So anyway, those kids are getting to see that, and I try to explain to them, say, hey, most of what you guys are going to do is going to be scout work. You may get a little individual here and there, but catching a ball, tracking a tackle, defending a ball, all that is to me no different than taking cuts in baseball or softball. The more cuts that you take, the better you're going to be at hitting it. The more free throws you shoot, the better you're going to be. The more swings you take in golf, the better you're going to be. So every day those guys are going out there, even though they might not be running our scheme, they're working on their craft. And you get to do that 6 more weeks than other teams get to do.
Right.
And that being in the playoffs is the very best off season.
Right. And I think when you think about it, obviously success breeds expectation, but why did so many teams, we could do it, I don't care whether you want to go 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, or whatever. Generally speaking, the teams that are good year after year after year. You follow what I'm saying, after year. And I'm going to brag on Cuero a little bit. I'm not putting my game back, but we've been doing it here good for 5. We've been in the state championship game for 5 straight decades. No team's ever done it 6. But there's something to be said about the expectation. There's something about the expectation being set and the extra practice. The other 2 things I'll mention real quick is I'm not trying to get ahead, but let's just so people know. The winner of this game will play the winner of whom?
Rockport and Hondo.
Okay. And do they play tonight or tomorrow?
They play tonight, so we should know everything tonight. Have not been in any communication with Hondo, but Rockport said he was 95% sure he was going to win. So we are working on if Rockport takes care of their business and we take care of our business. We've already got the game set for 7:30 next week, Friday at Victoria Memorial. So awesome. We know we take care of what we need to take care of. We know where we're headed. Now then, if Hondo wins, there'll be obviously some negotiations that's going to have to go down
tonight. Okay. Thank you.
Good deal. What else is going on in Gobbler athletics, Coach?
Well, girls basketball got started. They got their first home victory of the year, and now they traveled to Royal for a tournament today, and then I think they're going to Industrial to a tournament next week. I can't remember if they're home during the week next week or not on Tuesday. I don't have that right in front of me, but I do know that I know they're in Royal. She feels like that's going to be a pretty good challenge for their kids. There's some good basketball in that area, and she's very, very excited. Last night at Booster Club, she talked about. She said she's going to be pretty young. She got some good kids coming back, but she feels like she has some very good young depth. And she said, I feel like my bench is going to be deeper than it's been in a long, long time. So good things are looking up for the girls' basketball program. The boys, they're going to limp along a little bit. And that's why I did tell some of those kids, if you want to go on, go on. There's we do have probably about 12, 15 boys that are playing basketball. And if we got anybody that wanted to go ahead, I wanted them to be able to go, especially for the freshmen and JV, keep those guys going until we get all our varsity guys back out. So they're practicing. I think they've canceled a game here or there, but I think they're going to try to get cranked up by next week, pretty much travel a little bit. So.
And we had one young lady sign yesterday,
Yes,
and another one that signs tomorrow.
Yes, we do. We have Mary Hardin Baylor. Help me with names real quick.
Ashley Price.
Ashley Price. She's going, and Coach bragged on her last night too. Said that she's one of the overall strongest kids she's ever coached, and to be able to play volleyball and basketball and all and the powerlifting, just the overall strength of a young lady like that. She said one of the strongest kids she's ever had overall, and talked about how focused she was, knows what she wants to be. She wants to be a nurse, and she feels like she's got her life's pretty much planned out pretty good.
I'm sure this is subject for debate, but since she's going to Mary Hardin Baylor, my wife's a graduate of Mary Hardin Baylor, a graduate of their nursing school, and according to my dad, who's a medical doctor, it's the best nursing program in the state of Texas.
Sounds like she's got a good plan there, but that's what she wants. That's what she.
I didn't know
wants
that's
to do.
what she was majoring in, but that's exciting for her.
And then Miss Jerry Finklin, she's going to sign with. I'm going to say Texas A&I because I'm an old person.
That's right.
There you go, Texas A&I till I die.
The old Javelina, she's going to go down and play some volleyball for us. I don't know. I hadn't been given the background on what her major is or anything like that, but we're proud of her.
She's signing tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
that's
afternoon,
exciting.
yes.
I think so.
Well, Kelsey Washington, a former Cuero Gobbler that played with my lady Gobbler that played with my daughter, she played volleyball down at A&I.
So
it'll be the second.
to me,
Gobbler
exciting times. I just can't wait till tonight. I can't wait till next week. I mean, when you have things to look forward to, it gives you hope. And you hope in something. We talked about it this morning.
Yeah.
It gives you a little belief.
That's right.
Well, this time of year is always exciting. Yeah. Football season is exciting, but the playoffs just add to the excitement. So,
and I know we talk about 3 seasons. I'm gonna break it down even more. The third season to me breaks down into 2 categories. Can you play the Thanksgiving, and then can you play in December?
Dominate November and play in December. That's the goal. You win them all in November, you're going to definitely have a chance in December. Because if you can get through the third round, I don't care what level, and where I've coached at the lowest to the highest level and been in the playoffs and every one of those every year. If you can get to that, if you can win that third round game, you got a chance to play to the very end. And
that's all you can ask for.
And I tell you, if the kids can't see it. And I know things can happen and all that, but all I ever wanted in life, and that's what I tell the kids, all you want's a chance, and we got a chance.
Yeah, you sure do. Well, Coach, thank you for talking to us this morning, and good luck tonight.
Thank y'all.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Gobbler Stadium for tonight's by-district matchup between the Cuero Gobblers and the San Antonio YMLA Lions. YMLA comes in with a 3-6 record, fourth place in the district, and Cuero Gobblers come in with a 9-1 record, first place in the district. Ray, not much to talk about this game other than just come out, do your job, and let's move on to the next week, so to speak.
Yeah. No, it's a shame we can't have the video for y'all tonight. It's I guess the team's probably how many? I'm guessing there's 59 guys suited out. Not everybody has a flag, but there's got to be at least 35 or 40 American flags that they're carrying. But yeah, their district, other than Wimberley and Navarro, I think would be considered not a strong, you follow what I'm saying, district, and they're the fourth place team. And I think our district, top to bottom, was much tougher. And like you said, tonight you just want to execute. You want to make sure you don't get anybody hurt. You don't want to we'll probably see a lot of non-starters playing in the second half. But you and I counted up before the game. I'll throw this out there for everybody. This year was Cuero's 36th district championship. And I'll tease everybody who's listening. I'll wait a little while to tell you about it. See if you can figure out what was the first year Cuero was the district champs. And it's a long time ago. But 36 times. And if you go back and try to look it up, just clarify that. When they had the zone, the East Zone and the West Zone, I counted that as district champs because they only had 16 districts, not what they have. You follow what I'm saying now. So it was the same as winning that. So
Xavier Durham, A.J. Arroyo, Kason Jander, and Jerry Rosette are the captains for tonight. Also got a couple of honorary captains, Bart Notaro and Brian Hood, who are on the coaching staff.
Did they? I think they must have served in the military, maybe?
Yes.
I don't know that.
They did. That's what I was fixing to say, was they're out there as honorary captains because I think they served in the military at some point. I think Bart was in the reserve or something. But yeah. Gobblers are dressed out in all green.
We won the toss because he turned to us after he flipped the coin.
Gobblers are in all green. The YMLA Lions are in white jerseys, purple pants, and purple numbers with white helmets. So,
all right.
Looks like Cuero's going to receive the ball to start this thing off. Heading north toward the scoreboard. Offensively for the Gobblers, you have wide receivers LeBron Johnson and Xavier Durham. The tight end is A.J. Arroyo. The line is left tackle Kyle Weghorst, left guard Matt Guerrero, center Cameron Bodie, right guard Jake Plunkett, and right tackle Jason Vella. Your quarterback is Jerry Rosette, and behind him you have J.J. Belvin, Tyson Williams, and you'll hear us call Zyler Jones' name a lot. So
looks like we're going to pause for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll give a couple of stats through the regular season, like the two leading rushers, the two receivers, and Jerry's stats. Pretty impressive through 10 games. Yeah, we'll wait just a second for the pledge. Since we're going to have the ball first, give you a little end of the year statistics here. On the ground rushing for the Gobblers, Tyson Williams, 127 carries for 1,241 yards, averaging 9.8 per carry with 21 TDs. Justice Belvin, 84 carries for 423 yards. And Zyler Jones, 66 carries for 495 yards. So those three guys between them, Clay, over 2,100 yards. Receiving for the Gobblers, leading receiver Xavier Durham, 50 catches for 791, a 15.8 average with 9 TDs. LeBron Johnson, 33 receptions, 655 yards, 19.8 average. And Tyson Williams, 19 for 288 for 15.2 and 2 TDs. And, of course, the leading passer, Jerry Rosette for the Gobblers, 124 out of 196 with 5 picks, 16 touchdowns, 63.2%. We talked about this a lot last week, but he got to 1,969 yards in 10 games. So just a little bit shy of 2,000. But I would think all of those are going to see those numbers go up tonight.
Tonight's game sponsor is RB Construction and Beering Custom Baling out of Moulton, Texas. So we appreciate their sponsorship tonight. Deep for the Gobblers is going to be Xavier Durham and Tyson Williams lined up at about the 15-yard line. Again, we're going to be calling this thing audio because we have no video, so we're going to try to give you the best description we can. Ray, their best weapon in pregame was the kicker, it looked like. He squib kicks it. Fielded by the Gobblers at about the 32-yard line. That's going to be Dason Varela going to take that thing out to about the 39-yard line. So the Gobblers will start from the 39-yard line. All right, looks like it's going to be the 38.
So 1st and 10 from the 38. Oddly enough, Clay, 10 games in, our average starting field position was the 37.6-yard line, and here we are on the 38.
All right, Jerry Rosette in a shotgun formation takes the snap, rolls to his left, throws, caught by LeBron Johnson right at the sticks, going to fight for extra yards to about the 50. First down, Gobblers.
So
going to spot him at the 49, 1st and 10. Gobblers go up-tempo. Rosette, shotgun, rolls to his right now, throws across his body. Wide open Xavier Durham in the flat, breaks one tackle, drags the defender down into Lion territory. Going to spot him at the Lion 31-yard line. So the Gobblers continue to go up-tempo and look to strike quickly.
20 yards on that completion.
Rosette looks to the sidelines for the play.
2 plays, 2 first downs.
Takes the snap, drops straight back, is pressured, breaks one tackle, keeps it himself. Stiff arms for the first down inside the 20 and goes out of bounds on his own at about the 17, 18-yard line. So good run in there by Rosette to break the pocket, not force anything, get the first down, get out of bounds.
13 yards for Rosette on another first down for the Gobblers.
Now the Gobblers huddle and talk about it.
And those of us who keep stats are grateful. We get to catch our breath and catch up.
All right. Xavier Durham to one side, LeBron to the other side, along with Tyson Williams. Zyler Jones in the backfield with Rosette. Rosette takes the snap, throws across the middle of the field, caught by A.J. Arroyo. He gets down inside the 10, close to the marker, and they're going to wait. They're going to stop play to. Actually, they're going to give him a first down. So I think first and 10, first and goal from the 8.
10 yards for Aurora. Well, that's 4 plays, 4 first downs.
Gobblers break the huddle. Jones and Williams lined up behind Rosette under center. Rosette throws to his left. Caught on a slant by Xavier Durham. Touchdown, Gobblers. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive. A
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays.
5-play drive.
62 yards and a minute 32 off the clock.
All passes except for Rosette keeping it himself. Harrison Crane set to kick the extra point. And it is good. So, folks, with 10:28 left to go in the first quarter, the score is Cuero 7, YMLA 0. Our kickoff sponsor was Davis Entities, and our first quarter sponsor is the Cuero Record. We want to thank those businesses for the sponsorships that they've given to the Gobbler Booster Club. Also, I'm sure they still have some left, folks. Order your playoff shirt at exhibits.com. They have plenty of them left, I'm sure, or they'll make more.
Well, that was rather workmanlike, Clay.
That was pretty efficient right there. After Harrison Crane boots this thing off, I will give you the defensive starters. Squib kick by Harrison Crane, fielded by the Lion at the 38-yard line. At cornerbacks, you have Xavier Durham, Justin Banda. At the ends, you have A.J. Arroyo and Kason Jander. I believe he's back tonight. Javari Bacon is your nose guard. Linebackers are going to be Donovan Jones, Sean Burks, Brant Patek, and Braden Mathis. And then in the back there, you have, at the safeties, you have Jeremiah Wilson and Dason Varela. Lions start this series in a shotgun formation. Hand off to the running back. He almost fumbles it, but hangs on to it, goes nowhere. You're going to give him a gain of 1.
Number 3.
Led by Dadrian Perez and Brant Patek to drive him back. 2nd and 9. 2 receivers split to either side. Shotgun formation. Quarterback hands off again to the running back around the left-hand side. Breaks 1 tackle. Pretty good hard running there.
All right.
Brought down by Justin Banda. Brings up a 3rd and 7.
Aaron Pinkney, number 3, with the first 2 carries. So he gets 2 on 2nd down. Brings up 3rd and 7.
3 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Quarterback in a shotgun with his running back to his right. Quarterback up, free play, I think. Did we jump Ray, or did they?
We jumped. I think it's going to be on us.
Okay.
And we did make contact, so dead ball, 5 yards on the Gobblers. Well, it's a lot easier to make 3rd and 2 than it is to make 3rd and 7. Because now everything is a possibility.
Ball down at the 47-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Lions.
Gobblers look to bring pressure. Quarterback takes a snap, quick throw across the middle of the field.
Intercepted.
But batted up in the air and caught by Brant Patek for the interception. quarterback tried to hit a slanting receiver across the middle. Interior lineman batted it straight up in the air. Brant Patek caught it for an interception. Gobbler ball at the Lion 44-yard line.
Well, on the stat sheet, that's 10, intercepted by 10.
There you go. All right, Cuero breaks the huddle with Rosette in a shotgun and Zyler Jones to his left. Rosette drops back, throws, caught by Xavier Durham, goes forced out of bounds at about the 38.
So pick up a 6 on the play. Well, that's the first play we haven't made a first down on.
Rosette really looks sharp in his passes. Johnson and Durham to the near side. Rosette pressured, keeps it himself, throws out into the right flat, nobody there, just gets it away. Arroyo was the nearest receiver, but Rosette just tried to get rid of that thing. He was getting pressured. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for the Gobblers.
I would definitely think that we're going to be in 2-down territory right here. We haven't run the ball yet, other than the scramble, but we have not called a run yet.
Rosette shotgun, takes a snap, hands off now to Tyson over the left-hand side, big blocks, gets a first down.
Nice run there by Tyson.
Goes down to the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 Gobblers.
Picked up 7 on 3rd and 4.
Gobblers break the huddle with Johnson and Durham split to the far side. Tyson Williams, the lone back in the backfield. Durham goes in motion, gets the handoff coming across, takes it around the left end for a gain of about 9, huh, Ray?
Yeah,
if they spot him correctly.
From the 31 down to the 22 would be 9. We've run that play about 2 times to Xavier during the year, and he had a big loss early in the year, so that may get him into positive rushing territory. 11 games in. 2nd and 2 from the 20. 2nd and 1, excuse me. 2nd and 1 from the 22.
Zyler Jones lined up behind Rosette. Hands off to fake to Jones. Ooh. Throws to a wide open A.J. Arroyo. He gets in the end zone for a Gobbler touchdown. Arroyo runs right up the middle of the field, and Rosette hits him. He takes 2 steps, goes into the end zone, dragging a couple of defenders. Touchdown, Gobblers.
Never underestimate the use of a tight end.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive.
5 plays, 44 yards, a minute 35.
Good job there by Daniel Houston to snag that high snap, get it down, and Harrison Crane puts it through. So with 7:37 left to go in the first quarter, the score is now 14-0 in favor of the Gobblers.
I know you called out the starters, but it's good to see Jander back tonight. He didn't get to play last week due to illness, and he was normally our long snapper. So, isn't he number 30? Yeah, he was 30 was coming off the field. Okay. That's why. Yeah, because last week and Mason Notaro did a good job filling in, but you losing your long snapper who's done it every game for the whole year is not a comforting thought for a coach.
RNC Insurance is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. We appreciate their sponsorship. Also, Lance Tire and Automotive is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers Booster Club. Crane line drives one again down the middle of the field. Fielded by the Lion at about the 37-yard line.
Ball at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 Lions.
Okay. Gobbler defense back out on the field. Looks like Christian Holmes is in at that one defensive end position where Case and Jander usually is, so maybe they're not playing him on defense, Ray. Shotgun formation, quarterback. Yeah, I think the Lions moved, don't you?
They were in motion, yeah. One of the twins to the right here, the slot receiver, number 12. Alfred Alderson.
Okay. 2 receivers split to either side. Shotgun formation. As you can tell, folks, the YMLA Lions run a spread offense. Quarterback takes the snap, looks to his left, pressured. Now he rolls to his right, throws, incomplete. Good coverage there by Justice Belvin. Brings up a 2nd and 15.
Clay, we probably haven't talked enough this year. We do a lot, I think, but maybe not enough. We really have a good secondary this year. In my mind, of all the years I've been doing this, it may be one of the best covering secondaries that we've had. 10 games in, our opponents have only passed for 784 yards. That's only 78 yards a game.
Quarterback airs one out high down the Gobbler sidelines, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Justice Belvin was right there to distract him. 3rd and 15. Again, 2 receivers split to either side. One back in the backfield lined up next to the quarterback. One of the receivers goes in motion. Quarterback rolls to his right, is pressured, gets knocked, and gets the ball away, in and out of the hands of his receiver coming across the middle as Gobblers fly everywhere trying to get that pass knocked down. Incomplete, 4th and 15.
He's got a fairly
pretty good arm.
Good arm, yeah. I mean, he was running to his right, planted his foot, and threw all the way back across the field, which from almost near the sideline to the far hash with a little zip on it. Let's see who their punter is here. Looks like number 3.
All right, deep for the Gobblers is going to be Durham and Varela.
Pinckney, the tailback, is also their punter.
Low kick. Hits the turf, fielded by Durham at about the 28-yard line. Takes it up the middle of the field. Now he's coming down the Gobbler sidelines. Got some blockers. Forced out of bounds in line territory. So good return there by Xavier Durham, set up by a wall of blockers.
It was a 40-yard punt, but he took it at the 28, so 22, 32. A 40-yard punt with a 40-yard return.
There you go.
They punted it from the 32, and the ball ends back up at the 32.
Durham to the right. Johnson to the left. Rosette, shotgun. Hands off to Zeiler up the middle. Big hole inside the 20. Breaking tackles inside the 10 and gets driven down at about the 6 or 7. I think they're going to give him the 7. So good run there by Zeiler Jones straight up the middle of the field. Looks like they're going to give him the 8-yard line.
24 yards and a first down, Clay.
1st and goal from the 8.
Well, we're going to have to work hard to make this a 5-play drive. The first 2 were 5 plays and 5 plays.
Rosette, shotgun. Tyson Williams lined up at his right. Hands off to Tyson. Over the left-hand side, stiff arms and gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Gobblers. That was a two-play drive.
Yes, you can do that one. You don't even
Yeah.
you don't even need me for that.
All right, that touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive.
A whopping 35 seconds, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say I have help tonight. Andrew Hicks is up here helping us out tonight. We're glad to have him with us.
Harrison Crane boots it through. So 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. The score is 21-0 in favor of the Gobblers. Clicking on all cylinders on both sides of the ball. That's what you like to see in a playoff game, regardless of who it is you're playing. So, the Gobblers could have come into this thing kind of with a little letdown, knowing who they're playing, and that has not shown yet. They've come in, they've taken care of business on both sides of the ball each series, and that it shows because the score is 21-0 after three possessions by the Gobblers.
Yeah, last week against Gonzales, we put up 30 in the first quarter, and we got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left, and we already got 21, and that was 4 scores. We went for 2 twice, but
All right, Harrison Crane set to kick this off. Another kickoff sponsored by Davis Entities. Line drive by Harrison. That's the way it needs to be done. They reverse it, and he is swarmed at about the 19-yard line and driven back. So they're going to give him the 20. The Lions will start at their 20-yard line following that reverse that went nowhere. Limitless Off-Road Performance is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. Want to say hi out there to our buddy Mike Cantu. He's out in Rock Springs, protecting the border. Thank you, Mike, for all you and your fellow lawmen do to keep us safe. Quarterback takes a snap, hands off to the running back over the left-hand side. Gain of about 3.
yeah. Second and 7.
2 receivers split to either side. Seems to be their normal formation. Handoff again up the middle. He's met by Sean Burks along with a couple other Gobblers. Driven down after a short gain. He's going to bring up third and about 2. Folks, don't miss the UIL Football State Championships starting Wednesday, December 15th at the AT&T Center in Arlington, Texas. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Quarterback takes a snap, again hands off to the running back over the left-hand side. He tries to get the corner, and he does for their first down. Driven out of bounds by Jeremiah Wilson and Dadrian Perez.
Out to the 31.
Shotgun formation. Again, hands off. Oh, keeps it himself. Throws out in the right flat. Caught. Breaks one tackle, but then he's brought down by Dason Varela and Justice Belvin. Gain of about 4. That defense is swarming all over the field. I mean, they're flying everywhere. Regardless of who you're playing, that's good to see. 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Gobblers look to be bringing pressure. Then they back off, hand off to the running back over the left-hand side. Met by Patek.
Tell you what,
along with Javari Bacon, he drags him.
Yeah, he's got some power in his lower half there. I mean, he just
drags him down to out to about the 40 for a result of 3rd and 1.
Yeah, picked up 5. But, yeah, he was hit maybe at the line of scrimmage or a yard past it and turned it into a 5-yard gain on his own. Now he's in the
shotgun formation.
You would expect. Oh.
He hands off around the left-hand side and gets brought down for a loss by number 55, Kyle Weghorst.
It's the first time for number 24 for them to carry tonight.
A loss on the play, going to bring up 4th and 6.
Richardson Cameron. He lost.
So Varela and Durham deep for the Gobblers as the Lions face a 4th and 6.
If you don't want to lose 5 on 3rd and 1, but that's what they did.
A low line drive kick takes the Lions roll, fielded by Varela, tries to get the corner, gets out to about the 38. They're going to give him the 37. So once again, the Gobblers start at about that part of the field, Ray. 2:34 left to go in the first quarter. The score is 21-0 in favor of the Gobblers.
Well, at least on that possession, they chewed up almost 4 minutes because they had a first down in there. But
Durham to the near side, Johnson to the far side. Jones lined up behind Rosette. Rosette hands off to Jones over the right-hand side, gets around the corner, got a block, into
gone.
Open field. He's gone, folks, out the gate. 62-yard run.
Yards, yes.
One play, 62-yard drive. Capped off by Zyler Jones going around the right-hand side, goes out the gate, Gobbler touchdown.
Well, it took a whopping 14 seconds.
I can run 62 yards in 14 seconds, right?
Yeah, I know. It always takes longer than you think it does on the clock because you know what I'm saying, they're running laterally before they plant and all that. But
all right, good snap, good hold, and Crane drives it through for after the touchdown that was brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive. So with 2:20 left to go in the first quarter, the score is 28-0 in favor of the Cuero Gobblers. We may have a running clock in the second half, Ray.
yeah,
I mean, I'm just surmising there, you know.
well, we've snapped the ball 13 times from scrimmage and we have 10 first downs.
Wow.
The yard, you know, that one will add a little, but the field's been so short because we've had it twice in their end of the field, so the total yards are not going to look hugely dramatic at this point.
So 4 of our 13 plays have been touchdowns.
Correct.
The Cuero Record is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers All Sports Booster Club. Also, Grace Memorial Chapel is a proud sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers Booster Club. All right, squib kick to about the 18-yard line. They fake the reverse. He goes around the left-hand side, brought down at about the 30 by Micah Montalongo. And Harrison Crane was in on that too. So Crane does kicking duties and tackling duties. First and 10, YMLA at their 30-yard line, trailing 28-0. Low snap taken by the quarterback, hands it off to the running back over the right-hand side. Brought down by Dadrian Perez and Javari Bacon. Gain of about 1. We're going to give him 2.
2, yeah. 2nd and 8.
Quarterback fakes the handoff, throws deep
Ooh,
over the head, way over the head of his intended receiver, but Justice Belvin and Jeremiah Wilson were back there to defend. That was not even close, folks.
Tell you what,
3rd
though,
and 8.
he does have a good arm. We've said that once. I mean, that was –
We haven't commented on the crowd size, but Cuero bought a pretty good
for a Thursday
amount.
night, pretty good crowd. Yeah.
YMLA didn't bring that many. Throws out into the right flat over
Good
the head of his
defense.
intended receiver. Justice Belvin was there to break it up. Incomplete. 4th and 8. So another punt formation that the Lions are going to go into. This time, Dason Varela is the only Gobbler deep. Directional kick tries to keep it away from Varela, but it rolls right to Varela. He goes down the Gobbler sidelines, got a wall of blockers. Then he gets brought down inside line territory at about the 33-yard line. So thought he had something there, but they just kind of pinned him in, and Gobblers are going to take it 1st and 10 at the Lion 33-yard line.
It's a 29-yard punt with a 28-yard return. So their punting game last 2 times has netted them 0 and 1 yard following the returns.
Minute 18 left to go in the first quarter. Gobblers lead 28-0. Durham to the near side. Johnson to the far side. Tyson Williams lined up to the left of Rosette. He takes the handoff, bounces it around the right-hand side, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, stiff arms the player. Flag on the play. Looks like they're going to call he scored, but got close to scoring, but they're going to call LeBron Johnson for blocking the back. Good run there by Tyson, but his wide receiver out there just kind of threw an illegal block. So this thing will come back. First penalty of the night for both teams.
Let's see. They're
we had offsides earlier.
They marked it, so he gets from the 33 all the way down to the 15. So he gets
25. 25.
Well, but he gets to the 15. The 10-yard penalty comes back.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
for Tyson gets 18 yards on the carry, and the penalty on the Gobblers backs it up 10. So now it's 1st down and 2.
Johnson to the far side, Durham to the near side, and
we
have a
timeout
by
YMLA.
Gable Woodworking is a proud sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers. Also, Davis Entities, they're a proud sponsor of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. Bush's Chicken in Cuero is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers. And them, along with the Cuero Record, are gold sponsors of the Cuero Gobbler Booster Club. And also, the Woodhouse Day Spa is a trusted sponsor of the Cuero All Sports Booster Club. All right, 53 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Cuero leads 28-0. They're facing a 1st and 2 after a penalty. Johnson to the far side, Durham to the near side, Rosette and Jones in the backfield. Rosette fakes to Jones, rolls to his left, got some room, throws it instead.
Ooh.
Incomplete right at the goal line for Tyson Williams. He was wide open. Rosette just led him too much.
Yeah.
And Rosette, if he'd have kept it, he could have probably gotten down inside the
10.
10.
Yeah.
So bring it up 2nd and 2.
Oscar, what's Jake, the coach, is I'm drawing a blank on his Willingham. Thank you. Yeah, Coach Willingham, the quarterback coach, was doing this. He just needed to put a little air under that. You feel what I'm saying? He was so open, he could have just lobbed it to him. But 2nd and 2.
Hands off to Tyson up the middle. He meets a wall of tacklers, but breaks those tackles and gets into the end zone
What a
for
run.
a touchdown.
What a run.
A 25-yard touchdown run by Tyson Williams. He was bottled up at the beginning, but just kept his feet and just second effort sprinted right up the middle of the field. We've now surpassed last week's first quarter total. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive. As Harrison Crane drives it through. 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 35-0 is your score.
Yep. 3 plays, 27 seconds. Well, Clay, my little scoring summary sheets that I've used for years will hold five scores a page. So we have filled up the first page in the first quarter.
All right.
Because that's five scoring plays.
Hope you brought a lot of sheets.
Yes, I have 4.
Okay. Looks like Will Davis is in doing the kicking duties now. He's been out for most of the year, and so he kicks the thing off. Lions receive it, bring it out to about the 29-yard line. 29-yard line. They'll start there.
Where do you catch it, Clay? I'm sorry, I was writing. Do you have approximately?
Didn't see it.
Oh,
20, give him the 20.
okay. So we'll give him 9 yards on the return.
3 receivers split to the near side. Quarterback shotgun takes the snap, hands off to the running back going over the left-hand side. Good run there. Good tough run out to about the 36. Gain of about 7.
He runs hard, Pinckney does. Got to give him credit.
Brought down by Donovan Jones, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter with the Gobblers leading 35-0. You're listening to Gobbler Football on YouTube.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, folks, we're back. Beginning of the second quarter. 2nd and 3 for the Lions. They hand off to the running back. He tries to bounce it and goes nowhere. Justice Belvin, Dadrian Perez, Christian Holmes, and Brand Patek at the bottom of the pile. So
they're going to give him one.
Give him one. Be 3rd and 2 from the 37-yard line, the Lion 37-yard line. Three receivers split to the far side, quarterback in a shotgun. We jump, they jump. Ball is thrown up in the air. They both go up for it.
And he caught it.
I guess they're calling us offsides, Ray, even though they jumped too. And he caught it.
Ray Donovan with the reception.
Was that number 80? Yeah, that's what we said. That receiver was their best athlete, I think. And
Justin Banda went up with him, and they
Had
both
it,
came down with it,
ball
but the receiver took it away from him. Looks like if this referees are talking about it.
I mean, I think if we were well into the neutral zone, into the backfield, but if they move, you feel what I'm saying, the whistle should blow and the play should be dead. I don't think you have to have contact if the offense moves. Yeah, it's going to come back.
They're bringing it back.
It's going to be offsides on us. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, if everybody stays set on the offense, you get the free play, but if somebody moves and then it was,
All right, so the Gobblers are going to be penalized the 5 yards, but
Still
the
be a
Lions,
first down.
Yeah, the Lions will not get the large gain from the reception.
So the ball goes out to the 42, and it'll be 1st and 10. Their second first down of the first half. Yeah, that's one of those, like you said, I think Banda and for them, number 80, who is
Three receivers split to the far side.
Jamaric Brown, both kind of had it together. When they rolled, the momentum just jerked it away from Banda.
Empty backfield now. Quarterback drops straight back, throws quick pass out to the right. Caught by the same receiver, but Adrian Perez right there to drive him back. They're going to give him 2.
2 yards.
But good defense there by Adrian Perez. Ball's going to go out to the Lion 44-yard line. Same formation. 3 to the right. Quarterback in a shotgun. Hands off again to the running back. He stutter steps and goes straight upfield. Drags Gobblers into Gobbler territory. So good, tough run there. Puts him close to the markers, but going to be about a yard short.
Picks up 7.
Definitely a pretty good runner they got back there.
3rd and 1.
He gets it again. Quick hitter over the right. Breaks another tackle. First down Lions.
Well, it's the first time they've put together back-to-back first downs.
They're going to spot the ball at the Cuero 45-yard line. 1st and 10 Lions. Fake to him. Throw across the middle of the field. Incomplete on a slant. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. 2nd and 10.
That's one of those. Dason Varela was like, oops, if he'd have been, I'm saying that you're looking to where you're going to go make the tackle, and the ball went right, deflected and went right by him.
Quarterback hands off again to the running back. He tries to stretch it around the right-hand side. Nope. Justice Belvin along with Donovan Jones brings him down for a loss.
Yep, he lost a yard. This will be 3rd down and 11.
3 receivers split to the far side. Quarterback stutter steps, throws down the middle of the field. Nobody there, almost picked off by Burks.
Yeah, the receiver number 1 for YMLA, he cut to their sideline, and the quarterback thought he was going to run what I'd call a skinny post. He thought him saying, and he threw it right down the middle of the hash marks.
All right,
but
so
Jeremiah Conway, the wide receiver, and the quarterback were not on the same page.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 11. Punting unit comes out. Dason Varela lined up at about the 15-yard line.
They don't have enough men on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
YMLA
6,
takes the
7, 8,
timeout.
9. Yeah, they only had 10 guys.
So, folks, barring anything unforeseen, next week the Gobblers will. You'll hear us broadcast on YouTube. Audio only, I assume. We don't know who the opponent's going to be.
Well,
am I a little premature in talking about that, or
no, I don't think you are.
Okay.
I mean, we don't know. It's either going to be Rockport or Hondo. We don't know which of the two. Most people are prognosticating it'll be Rockport. Interesting little stat here. They've had 23 snaps from scrimmage, and we've only had 16, and we're ahead 35-0. But when you score in 1 play and 2 plays and 3 plays and 5 plays, you don't get a lot of snaps. We're going to try to block it?
Yep, they're trying to block this thing. The kick sails almost into the stands.
Almost into the stands. I don't know that I've ever, at Gobbler Stadium with an 8-lane track and then the sideline, I don't know that I've ever seen that.
All right, they're going to spot this thing.
That for sure in Gonzales it would have. Oscar just said it would have been in the stands in Gonzales.
They're going to spot this thing at the 45-yard line. So, Ray?
The Cuero 45, that's a 1-yard punt with no return. That doesn't do much for your punting average, but they did manage to chew up 4 minutes and 20 seconds because they had back-to-back first downs.
Durham to one side, Johnson to the other side, Rosette, Williams in the backfield. The pitch is to Williams. He gets around the left corner, got some blocks, makes one man miss, stiff arms. He's going to the house, folks. A 55-yard touchdown run by Tyson Williams around the left-hand side, helped out by some blocks from his wide receivers, a stiff arm, and that touchdown was brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive. Gobblers are striking quick, and they're striking often. High snap, put down by Houston, driven through by Crane. So 8:58 left to go in the half. That brings the score to 42 for Cuero, 0 for YMLA Lions.
Well, we are certainly filling up the scoring summary sheets in a hurry tonight, Clay.
I could have probably told you that.
But the good news is it's all for the home team. So
exactly, there you go.
This is not going to be a 45-44 game or something like that, or the games of Horton in the past where it was like 56-52 or whatever. I don't foresee that.
All right, Harrison Crane is back out doing the kicking duties. Gets one up in the air this time. Takes a good roll and picked up right before it went out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And as soon as the Lion picked it up, he was driven out of bounds by Daniel Houston, along with not sure one of the kids they brought up from the JV or freshman. We should have got an updated roster.
Yeah.
From Coach Alvarez. I think Coach Alvarez is really praising Harrison Crane for that directional kick. That was a great kick. It wasn't his normal squib kick. He kicked it high, and it went right toward the sidelines and just kind of stopped like a pitching wedge. So 3 receivers to the near side. Quarterback hands off to Pinckney around the right-hand side. Good, tough run in there by Pinckney to get about 3 yards. Brought down by Burks and Arroyo.
Number 9, A.J. Roy on the tackle for the Gobblers.
4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Again, 3 receivers split to the near side. Quarterback again hands off to Pinckney. This time he's brought down by Burks, bulldogged by Burks, if you will. Gain of a couple, going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You know, I think Burks and Patek for inside linebackers, by most standards in today's football, neither one of them are really that big. You feel what I'm saying? But they both play well.
Well, Patek, he's about
Is he?
6 foot. Yeah,
Is he? Okay.
just a lanky 6 foot. He gets some muscle on him in the next couple
The
years.
years, no, yeah.
He'll be a monster.
Him being a sophomore, for sure.
2 receivers split to either side. Quarterback, quick throw out to the right flat, in and out of the hands of the receiver. 4th and 4.
Easily back by the line.
As the YMLA coaching staff, you gotta hate that. You gotta hate, those opportunities when your receiver is wide open in the right flat and it just goes in and out of his hands. I mean, he stood to probably get the first down if he'd have caught it.
Caught it. Yeah, that quarterback does have a good arm.
All right, so Durham and Varela are both deep again to try to combat this directional kick from Pinckney.
It's interesting. He's only 11 yards deep.
It rolls back to him, almost blocked. Takes a lines roll, fielded by Durham, and he goes nowhere right at the 40. Looks like we have a Mason Nataro warming up at quarterback. Well, I can see a couple of subs going in already. Yep. Into the first quarter, Yorktown is leading their contest. All right, so we do have some massive subs, folks. We got Mason Nataro at quarterback. We still got Xavier Durham out there. We got Zyler Jones out there. Nataro throws a high ball over Xavier Durham's head, incomplete.
Wasn't a bad pass.
No, it wasn't a bad pass. We got a late flag on the play, too. That's going to be a dead ball, personal foul against somebody.
I think they're going to call roughing the passer.
You can hear the Cuero coaches 3 booths down yelling, Ray. You hear them?
Yep.
I bet that.
And you and I have headsets on.
Yeah. So I think this is going against us.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, no. It's going against them. They were upset, though, about something. All right. So Cuero benefits from the 15-yarder, takes it to the Lion 45-yard line, 1st and 10 with 7:17 left to go in the half, leading 42-0. Nataro is your quarterback.
It was a dead ball foul, though, right? So
yes,
the incompletion stands, okay, but we still get the first down on the penalty.
Nataro, quick pass out to the right flat to Dason Varela, follows his blockers, going up the middle of the field, outrunning everybody. You're not going to catch him, folks. That was throw it out to Dason Varela, let him just run to the end zone. Touchdown, Gobblers. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive. He was helped greatly by a bunch of linemen that it was just a wide receiver screen.
Screen, yeah.
And he waited for his lineman. His lineman got out in front of him, and he just followed him and then outran the defenders. So good play there.
That's another good job by Houston holding the ball. That one was low.
Crane drives it through, though. So, folks, with 7 minutes left to go in the half, that brings the score to Cuero 49, YMLA Lions 0.
And that touchdown was sponsored by Blanco Mid-State Farm Insurance, just like every Gobblers touchdown.
You know, if you're Mason, you know, it's a good chance to show the coaches what you can do because, you know, Rosette's a senior, so, you know they're thinking, you know.
And Nataro's a sophomore.
Put something on film, you know what I'm saying, that they can look at. And he looked solid on the first pass, and that pass was right on the numbers. I mean, it was a slip screen. I mean, but still, threw it. The guy didn't have to adjust to the ball, and 45 yards later, Varella's in the end zone.
All right, Harrison Crane will once again kick this thing off. Another good kick by Crane to get it up in the air. Fumbled by the Lion at about the 14-yard line. He fakes the reverse and is brought down at about the 17-yard line. Brought down by
Kickoff return for the Lions.
Garrett Lance.
There's Garrett Lance on the tackle for the Gobblers.
That's pretty good. Only gave up 3 yards on the return.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions at their 17-yard line. Facing a 49-point deficit with 6:51 left to go in the half. Quarterback drops back, has plenty of time. Now he's taken down. Taken down by Jared Villanueva, along with help from Christian Holmes and Micah Montalongo.
It goes down as a rushing attempt for the quarterback. No gain.
In comes Garrett Lance at a linebacker position.
2nd down and 10.
3 receivers split to the far side. Quarterback in a shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to his right, throws downfield, wide open, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Man, that was a busted coverage there by the Gobbler defense. And again, another missed opportunity for the Lions.
Yeah, they've had 3 or 4 of those where the receivers have been open and they just haven't caught the ball.
Brings up a 3rd and 10. Lions don't huddle. Keep the same formation, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback again looks the field, throws, nobody there. Over to the right flat, nobody there. And again, the punt team comes out. Deep for the Gobblers is Varela and Durham lined up at the 50. Gobblers stand to get good field position on this punt return. Fielded by Varela at the 49-yard line. Goes around the left side. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks 2 tackles. Gets brought down at about the 24-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Going to be holding against the Gobblers.
It was a 32-yard punt. And where are they going to mark the hold off from?
right, they're going to put it right at the 50. I'm sorry, 45.
Okay, so he's going to get, Dyson will get credit for 14 on the return with a 10-yard penalty, making a net of 4.
Gobblers come to the line. Daniel Houston is one of your backs. Garrett Lance looks like he's one of the backs. Give us to Houston over the right-hand side. He's got some speed, breaks through the secondary, goes in for the touchdown. Daniel Houston gets in the end zone for the first time this year, I believe, folks.
No, second time. Remember that they got him one. Forget the last game here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his second.
All right.
But that'll certainly help his yards per carry.
That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire and Automotive.
$45 yards, one play. They're going to have to – Harrison's leg's going to get tired for the Knights over here.
He drives another one through. So with 5:22 left to go in the half, that brings the score to Cuero 56, YMLA 0. You got to think, Ray, that the second half they're going to run the clock.
Oh, surely. Let's hope so.
I mean, maybe they should start running it now.
You know, and I know everybody likes to make the playoffs, but you're going to get stuff like this. There'll be a lot of score. There'll be a bunch of games this weekend where people win by 40 or 50 points because you got first place district championship teams playing fourth place teams.
Teams that have won one district
game
to get that 4th spot, which is what happened, I think, in this situation. The odd man out in their district was the Austin Achieve Polar Bears.
How do you have a team in Austin called the Polar Bears?
Good kick by Crane. Reversed, and the ball goes on the ground, and the Gobblers are all over him and bring them down for a loss at about the 6. Going to give him maybe the 7. But the reverse fell on the ground. The Lion picked it up, and by that time we were there. So 1st and 10 from the Lion 7. Hands off to Pinckney up the middle, breaks some tackles. Gang tackled out to about the 14-yard line.
I know I keep saying the same thing, but he does run hard. Give
very
him
hard.
credit.
Yeah.
It's 56-0 in the second, with a quarter and a half into the game, and he's still running hard.
Again, they hand off to him. He tries to bounce it, but goes nowhere. Brant Patek.
Give him 1 yard, I guess.
Nathan Lucian. They drag him down. Brings up 3rd and 2. Ball's going to be spotted at the line, 15-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We jumped. Free play. He throws it. We bat it down. So
offside on us.
That's going to give him a 1st down.
Move the ball all the way out to the 20. You know, their starting field position, Clay, for, you know, obviously compared to Cuero's, which has been rather generous.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 21st and 10 YMLA. Hands off to Pinckney up the middle. Gets brought down by Akeem Heron. Brings up 2nd and 8. Quarterback
Up.
ducks under the
Picked.
picked off by Harrison
Crane.
Crane. Got one man to beat. Doesn't beat him. Gets it down to the 10-yard line. Quarterback was pressured, threw a bad pass. Harrison Crane intercepted it and takes it down to about the 10-yard line.
Well, I think he intercepted it. The ball was snapped at the 22, about the 30.
The pick?
Yeah,
Yeah, probably so.
give or take.
Tackle for the Lions on the play. Ball is marked at the 10-yard line.
Give him 20 yards on the return. The clock is now at 3:35 of the second quarter, and another score may be imminent.
In the backfield, you have Daniel Houston, along with another running back that they hand off to. We don't have his. We have his number, but we don't have his name. He's wearing number 10, but that's Patek's number. So, anyway, he gets it down to about the 7.
Yeah, we're gonna have next week. We're gonna have to get him to give us an updated roster. We didn't think about that today, but I have. I wore number 10. You can call him Ray. How's that?
There we go.
That was a long time ago, but
Notaro under center, hands off to Ray again up the middle. Gets to the 5.
so something Jackson. I can hear the public address announcer.
So 3rd and goal from the 5. 2:35 left to go in the half. Gobblers looking to put another score on the board.
I want to see us kick a field goal. We haven't kicked a field goal all year. We need to do that once just to do it, because you may have to use it in a playoff game.
Notaro throws in the corner of the end zone. Caught by, it was caught, but they're ruling him out of bounds. Caught by Devin Blunt over in the left corner of the end zone.
Here we go. We're going to see our first field goal attempt of the year.
Sure are. Okay.
And I think that's smart. I mean, some people say, "Oh, don't run the score up," but I mean,
Sure.
you got. I mean, I know it's only 2 yards further than the extra point, but you're not in the middle of the field. You're on the far hash, and you need to get a field goal.
All right, Harrison Crane's going to attempt a 22-yard field goal,
and he had the interception, so he should score the points here. And he
drives it through for the first field goal of the year, folks.
Yeah. Let's see. Snap from the 5, so 22 yards?
That's what I got.
That's what you got. Okay.
So with 2:06 left to go in the half, the score now is Cuero 59, YMLA Lions 0. You know, Ray, you were talking about running the score up. I think it could be perceived even more if we went for it on 4.
No, that's true. You probably have a better point, yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
Hey,
you're not going to take a knee on 4th down and just give them the ball back.
Right,
yeah.
right. So you might as well try a field goal.
No, I think it's just good because you never know. I mean, you know, I don't think we have anybody on the team who's not. I mean, Harrison has been uncannily accurate on his extra points.
He doesn't boom them.
Yeah,
but
they
I mean, they're straight.
Well, let's see. 56 is 8, so he's 8 of 8 tonight. Add that to, he is now 49 of 52. So he's made 49 out of 52.
And you remember at the very first of the year, he was kind of shaky.
Right.
You know, I mean,
look at him getting the ball down inside
fielded
the
by the line at the 14-yard line. He fakes the reverse, got some room down the Gobbler sidelines.
We got a flag. It's coming back.
All right, forced out of bounds.
Ooh, somebody.
Forced out of bounds as he goes over the bench, knocks the bench over. He's okay. Illegal hit. No flags on that part of the play, but there is a flag further back. All right, so it is coming back.
So the
Takes the ball back to the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Not sure what it was. Probably blocking the back. I don't think we ever got
I think
a
it's
signal.
blocked below the waist.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore on kicking.
Two
plays.
receivers split to either side. Shotgun formation. Hands off to Pinckney. He tries to bounce it. Goes nowhere.
Picked up 1.
Brought down by Harrison Crane.
Out to the 16. Yeah, they're. Let's see here. I was going to say that a minute ago, but they keep going, hurry up. We're into the next play before I can say it.
Quarterback throws down the right sidelines over the head of his receiver. Incomplete.
The last possessions for them, Clay, have started at their own 15. They're 7, they're 17, they're 19, they're 29, they're 30, they're 20, they're 37, and they're 38. And in high school football, that's really poor field position.
3 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Right now, the Lions are just trying to make anything happen. Quarterback looks to his right, throws, and they call pass interference.
Incomplete pass, but there is a flag on the play.
Defended by
Yeah, he reached up and grabbed him on his shoulder pad. Number 80.
It's not going to be on our roster. He's got a green helmet, solid green helmet on.
Well, that's the.
All right, so the pass interference is going to bring the ball out to the 31-yard line with 1:16 left to go in the half. Quarterback looks to his right. He's pressured, brought down by Nathan Lucian on the backside. Loss of 1. Good pursuit there by Lucian from the one side to come all the way across and drag him down on the other side.
Lucian's been on the JV for most of the year, but they talk highly of him.
3 receivers split to one side, single receiver to the left. They throw it to the single receiver. Another pass interference. The quarterback just threw it up, underthrew him, and our defender just kind of tackled him in the air.
Yeah.
So,
well, they got to come back. It's
it's not going to be a spot
It's
foul.
only 15 yards in high school and college, so the ball is going to come out to the 45-yard line. That's the 3rd consecutive first down for them that's been on a penalty on Cuero. Actually, it should be at the 44.
Lions think they have something here.
Yeah, the ball was. They marked off 16 yards.
3 receivers to the left. Quarterback looks to the one side, throws it again, long and over the head of his intended receiver. Ray, have you noticed they're throwing to him almost every time? That
right.
Number 80. You got 3 receivers over here running routes, and he didn't even look to this side. He just throws to the single receiver over there. You talked about it in the pregame. His go-to receivers, number 80, Jamarick Brown. That's who he's been going to a lot. Now he looks to the other side, throws out to the receiver out in the left flat, brought down short of the first down. Clock continues to move. Good tackle there by Braden Mathis.
So we picked up 6, so it'll be 3rd down and 4. And as you said, the clock is. Oh, they did call timeout.
So with 20 seconds left to go in the half,
I guess
somebody called a timeout.
I guess they gave him 7 yards. Well, let's see, Clay. We'll have a lot of stat stuff to give out at the end of the halftime, but they've thrown the ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times They have 3 completions and 2 interceptions and 11 incompletions. It's not for a lack of an arm on the quarterback.
No,
He can sling it.
He can sling it. 4 receivers split to the far side. Quarterback looks and throws out into the flat. That may be a lateral. That ball is live. Harrison Crane drops him for a loss. Quick pass out to the to a wide receiver for a screen, but it didn't make him. Skipped on the ground, but that's
Well, actually,
they're
if it
calling that a
skips on the
lateral.
ground, it's a run. So whoever caught it gets
Well,
minus. That's the half. But let's
that's
see, the
the
ball's
half.
back to the 43. So the ball was snapped from the 48. So let's say number 12. I'm going to make that up. I don't know. Did you see it, Andrew? I didn't. Okay.
All right.
It was one of the wide receivers. We're going to give it to number 12 as a
All right, folks, at the half.
minus 5-yard rush. Go ahead, Clay. I'm sorry.
At the half, it's Cuero 59, YMLA Lions 0. We'll take a break, come back toward the end of the halftime to talk some numbers and finish this thing out.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, folks, we're back here at Gobbler Stadium. We've got about 6 minutes, 45 seconds left to go before the half's over. Gobblers lead 59-0. Ray, you got a lot of numbers over there. Looks like a lot of numbers on the Gobbler side.
Yes.
A lot of positive numbers. What do you got?
Well, I'm going to start and I'm going to go backwards from the bottom up on my sheet. If I ask you time of possession, would you believe that we only possessed it 6 minutes and 5 seconds and YMLA had it 17 minutes and 55 seconds?
That's hard to believe.
And so we scored 59 points in 6 minutes and 5 seconds. That's almost 10 points a minute.
A lot of 1- and 2-play drives.
Right. No, exactly. And if you want to just to kind of summarize that real quick, we'll do that first. But, at a 5-play drive, a 5-play drive, a 2-play drive, a 1-play drive, a 3-play drive, a 1-play drive, a 2-play drive, a 1-play drive, and the 4-play drive resulted in the field goal. But first downs, Cuero 15, YMLA 6. Cuero 12 carries for 271 yards. And so, wow, we're averaging, what is that? 20 would be 240 and another 31 into 12, averaging almost 22.5 yards a carry. 122 yards passing, 7-11 of no interceptions. YMLA, 22 carries for 45 yards, 13 yards passing, 3 of 17 with 2 interceptions. Cuero has not punted. YMLA 6 punts for 184 yards, averaging 31 yards a kick. Cuero had no fumbles. YMLA had 1 but did not lose it on the dropped fumble on the fake reverse on the kickoff. Penalties, Cuero 7 for 65, and, of course, 15 of those were on the JV secondary, if you will, or 30 of those were on the JV secondary in that drive right before half, the 2 pass interference calls. YMLA 3 for 35. Cuero has 117 return yards to YMLA's 32. Harrison Crane, hey, pretty good half for a kicker. 8 for 8 on extra points and 1 for 1 on field goals. Even in fantasy league, that's 12 points for your kicker in the first. Well, no, it'd be 11 points is for your kicker in the first half.
Man, I need to pick him up then.
Yeah, you might need to pick him up on your fantasy team. This is another mind-blowing stat. Coach Alvarez likes us to keep average yards on first down. Cuero had 17 first down snaps for 336 yards. So that's 19.8 yards per first down play. YMLA 15 first downs for 32 yards, so they averaged 2.1 on first downs. And so about as dominant as you could get. A few of the individual stats here. Tyson Williams, 5 carries, 113 yards, 3 touchdowns. Zyler Jones, 2 carries, 86 yards and a touchdown. Jerry Rosette, 1 for 13 yards. Xavier Durham, 1 for 9. Daniel Houston, that's what you like to see, 1 carry, 45 yards and a touchdown. And the freshman, I'm assuming a freshman or maybe a sophomore, Kenny Jackson, 2 carries for 5 yards. Receiving for the Gobblers, LeBron Johnson, 1 for 11. Xavier Durham, 3 for 34 and a touchdown. A.J. Aurora, 2 for 32 and a touchdown. And Dason Varela, 1 for 45. And passing for the Gobblers, Rosette, 2 touchdowns, 77 yards. And Nataro, 1 touchdown for 45 yards. So the $64,000 question is, will they run the clock in the second half?
Let's hope so.
Maybe.
Let's hope so.
Hey, I'll go back to that deal if you've been pondering it for the whole first half, which I'm sure you have not, those of you who are listening. But we were talking about this year was Cuero's 36th district championship all time. And Oscar, when do you think the first one was?
How far back do your stats go?
To 1900.
They can't hear Oscar.
Oh,
So they
Oscar
can't hear
asked
us.
how far do my stats go back, and I think we started play in like 1912 or something. It was in the early 1900s. No, 1928. The only reason I know that is there used to be a picture of them hanging in the old barbecue station. You know, when you walked in and they kind of had those pictures of kids who had played in college and the pros and stuff.
The 1928 team?
Yeah, there was a 1928 team, and then 1938 was a district champ team. 41, 42, 51. My dad played on the 51 team. He's here in the stands tonight. And tells you how old my father is. He has a birthday coming up next week. But then obviously things kicked off in the 70s when Buster Gilbreth arrived. And so if you take off those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we had 6 before 1970, but beginning in 1970 to the present, which would be 51 years, we've won district 30 times in 51 years. So
Pretty good.
in any event,
pretty good
pretty good record. So
All right, we got about 25 seconds left before we kick this second half off. Gobblers fixing to come out through their run-through sign.
we will tell you that girls basketball kicked off this week, Clay.
Yeah, they did.
They played Goliad the other night and started the year with a win, and they are playing today, tomorrow, and Saturday in the Rice tournament. So I don't know how they did today, but
I think they won. I'm not sure. I don't want to say. My daughter plays, but I forgot to ask if they won or not. I thought she said they did, but I'm not 100% certain.
So
We'll have those reports for you next week.
And again, there are no underclassmen football scores to report, and volleyball is finished. So we'll get into trying to give you, hopefully, if we make a long playoff run, we'll get to talk a little basketball along the way.
Junior high girls basketball started today, but I don't know their scores. They're not on.
Okay, and Oscar just informed me that the junior high, I have to get their schedule, but the junior high girls did start their basketball schedule today, but we don't have any results.
Yeah, the basketball stars not posted on the website.
All right, so the Lions of YMLA will get this second half. Received a report that the girls won both their games today. So.
All right, so they're 3-0 on the early young season. Well, that tells you. Did you text them, or were they listening and they responded?
No,
to
my
your
mom
question?
actually texted me and said that my daughter told her that.
Oh,
they
okay.
won both
So,
of
but
them,
your mom's listening, huh?
My mom's listening.
All
so.
right.
All right. That's who we should have got up here at halftime as a guest is Amy Crane.
Yeah. Maybe we can talk Amy into joining us next week if she's down in Victoria. And
all right, Harrison Crane's fixing to kick this thing off, start this second half. Gobblers leading 59-0. A short, high kick fielded by the Lion at about the 31. He rolls around on the ground.
I've never seen somebody. Oscar's laughing, but I've never seen somebody take a knee and then roll over on his back like he got shot or something.
All right. So first and 10 from their 31-yard line start the Lions.
That's been their best starting field position in about the last 7 drives.
Hand off to the running back. He gets to the second level, almost gets a first down, about a yard short. Brought down by Nataro.
Yeah, that was kind of like, were they trying to direct snap it to him, or they dropped the ball? The ball ended up on the ground, but he ends up making 9 yards out of it.
2nd and 1. Empty backfield. Quarterback takes a low snap, throws, ball's batted up.
Ooh.
Incomplete.
Yeah, which
Ray.
rightfully so. I mean, we're not. This is basically your second string defense starting. You follow what I'm saying?
Got a couple of starters.
Couple of starters, but not too many.
They're not going to throw a flag. I thought that we jumped off sides. Anyway, slant pass thrown to the Lion, caught for a first down and into Gobbler territory. They're going to spot this thing at the Cuero 49-yard line. You want to see a mad coach. If they score, Coach Blanc's going to be mad. You think, Ray?
I would agree with you.
Hand off to Pinckney up the middle. He gets down to about the 45. Going to give him the 44. Brings up third and 5. Second and 5, I'm sorry. Again, fake to Pinckney.
Ooh.
Throws a slant, almost intercepted on the deflection.
Clay, we got our answer. I didn't look after it,
Yep.
but the clock is running.
Yes, it is.
They are not stopping it on incompletions. They had that earlier incompletion, and I didn't look up at the clock. But
all right, Lions face a 3rd and 5. Hand off to Pinckney up the middle. He gets the first down and more. Tough running inside the 35 to about the 33.
he picked up 11 and a first down.
Brought down by Micah Montalongo. Quarterback takes a snap, hands off to a new running back. Number 5 gets over the right-hand side, brought down by Garrett Lance along with Micah Montalongo.
Short gain of 2.
Two receivers split to the far side, one to the near side. Again, he hands off to the running back up the middle. Brought down after a short gain by Harrison Crane. Brings up 3rd and 5. And again, they hand off to the running back over the left-hand side this time. Brought down by Harrison Crane. Gain of about 1. Fourth down for the Lions. No punt team coming on.
Well, here's your defense chance to stop this and keep Coach Blanc happy.
There you go. Two receivers split to the far side, one to the near side.
You got to believe they're going to hand it to number 3.
Yeah, they do. They handed him up the middle. He's making people miss, and he is in the end zone, folks. Aaron Pinckney with the touchdown run.
I know, yeah. We didn't hear an implosion from the left of us in the press box, so. Their kicker had it, like we talked about it when he kicked off. He was one of the more impressive things watching him warming up. He has a good leg. Number 33.
And he drives it through, folks. So with 7:53 left to go in the third quarter, that brings the score to 59-7 in favor of the Gobblers.
Well, that was a 10-play, 69-yard drive, capped by the 27-yard run by Aaron Pinckney.
Folks, remember, don't miss the UIL Football State Championships starting Wednesday, December 15th at the AT&T Center in Arlington, Texas. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Hopefully we're there, Ray. That would be pretty cool again, wouldn't it?
That would be. That was fun that year. That's interesting. The kicker's first name is Gonzalez. Gonzalez Eduardo, according to their program. And they have their columns labeled first name and last name.
It's got to be a typo. You would think.
Yeah.
You never know. All right. Deep for the Gobblers is Tyson Williams and Xavier Durham.
It would not surprise me if this gets run back for a touchdown. If he kicks it deep, nope, he's not going to kick it deep.
Squibb kicks it on the ground, dropped on by the Gobblers at the 31-yard line. Dadrian Perez fell on it.
Dadrian gets more style points than the Lion from YMLA. Dadrian did not roll over on his back.
All right. Gobblers come to the line. Mason Notaro in a shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself over the left-hand side. Short gain of about 1.
Mason Notaro with the carry for the Gobblers.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mabry on the tackle.
Man, Mason showed some really, really good speed that last home game when he picked that ball off at the end of the game against Smithville. I didn't realize he was that fast.
Same formation, single receiver split to either side. Notaro in a shotgun. Fakes it again, keeps it himself. Gets close to the first down.
Yeah, they tackled him for the first down.
And he's going to get it. First down, Gobblers.
He picked up 11? No, 10. Because the ball was on the 32. That's all you want to do here with a running clock, man. If you can put together, keep the ball on the ground and put together 3 or 4 first downs, you'd be well into the fourth quarter.
Notaro fakes again to Travis Seals, keeps it himself around the left-hand side. Got some room going down the sideline, driven out of bounds. So this drive has been the Mason Notaro show.
From the
fake to the running back, keeps it himself.
8 and 13.
Takes it down to the line,
21?
37-yard line.
21 yards on the run.
Notaro gives it to Seals this time. He's upended for a loss. Around the left side. Going to be a loss of 1. Bring up 2nd and 11.
Offended by 13, Brandon Mansell.
Jacob Keller and Devin Blunt going into the game. Notaro takes the snap, hands off to Seals over the left-hand side. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, going to bring up 3rd and 10. What do you think they do, Ray? Put it in the air?
If it was me, I would. I mean, I think you want to see what Mason can do. I mean, I guess they have all his JV, games to watch, but I mean, I think you're in a game situation at the varsity level here. Not that you're trying to run it up, but
He does. He drops back, throws a wounded duck out there, caught by Devin Blunt
gonna,
inside the 20, fumbles it, picks it up, and then gets driven out of bounds at about the 10. They're going to give him the 11. Blunt was so wide open running down the field, the ball just popped out of his hands, but he recovered it, and then he gets drilled out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 11.
So from the 38 all the way to the 11, 27 yards. And another first down.
Nataro under center. Turns and pitches to Travis Seals around the left-hand side, and he is met by the defensive end and dropped for about a 4-yard loss.
That's one of those Seals, and I don't know,
Should've
probably,
cut it up.
yeah, they're coming, their outside guy, stand-up defensive end, stand-up outside linebacker, I mean, they're coming so hard up the field. If you just cut up inside of him, there's a perfect lane. He lost 4 yards back out to the 15.
Nataro under center. Turns and hands off to Kenny Jackson up the middle. Tough run there by Kenny Jackson to get 1 yard. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Okay.
Clock goes down to 1:48 in the 3rd quarter.
If you don't make it here, I'd try a field goal again just to see what kind of range Harrison's got.
Sure.
Be about a 32-yard attempt. 31.
Shotgun formation for Nataro. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself over the left-hand side. Tough yards, gets maybe two. So brings up, like you say, Ray, a 4th and 11, and they're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. This is great. This could, in my estimation, it couldn't work out better for further on you go into the playoffs. Build that confidence.
The tee is going to be spotted at the 19-yard line, so 29-yard field goal by Harrison Crane. Your holder is Daniel Houston. Good snap, good hold, and he drives it
Through. Yeah, look at Harrison.
All right. So 29-yard field goal with 49 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter brings the score to Cuero 62, FMLA Lions 7. I said FMLA.
FMLA.
How about we go to the YMLA?
YMLA.
Lions?
Well, the good thing is your second and third team offensive performers chewed up 7 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock, moved the ball from their own 31 to the YMLA 12, and then Crane, I think his range is 34 maybe. He would have been good from 5 more, probably.
We'll give him that.
But best thing about it is this is just confidence building. If you have to do it in another, in another game, it's not the first time. Not the first time you're trying to do it.
All right, Will Davis is going to do the kickoff duties on this one. These kickoffs are sponsored by Davis Entities, his father, so it's only appropriate that he does the kicking. Line drive kick. In and out of the hands of the line. He picks it up at about the 14. Tries to make positive yards and gets drugged down at about the 10. Late flag. I think they're going to call face mask, Ray.
The ref is like, run the clock, and they're not running it.
Now
Now they started. And
all right, so the ball's going to be spotted at the 11 before the penalty is marked off. 25 seconds on the game clock counting down. By the time they mark this thing off, it may be the end of the third quarter. And that is the end of the third quarter, folks.
Yep.
With the score being 62-7 in favor of the Gobblers. One more quarter to go, and then we move on to next week's area championship. I guess let's look and see who's winning.
yeah,
that game.
see if you can find out the score on that one. Yes, Rockport and Hondo were playing today.
Wimberley's leading Navarro at halftime. I'm sorry, Navasota at halftime, 28-0. LaGrange is beating Manor New Tech, 28-0. Rockport 34, Hondo 10.
Okay.
So West Orange Stark is beating Lamarck 49-0. Pleasant Grove is beating Canton 35-14. The Monahans Lobos are beating Estacado 28-21. That's an upset. Number 2, Gilmer leads Mejia 50-7. That's a potential state championship opponent. Hand off to Pinckney up the middle. He gets close to the first down, gain of about 8.
Out near the 35-yard line.
Gets tripped up and comes off the field slowly. Two receivers split to either side, shotgun formation for the Lions. Second and 2. Hands off to the running back up the middle. He's dropped for a loss. Brought down by Dalton Julin.
Yeah, he lost 2 yards.
Yep. Third and a long 4. Quarterback takes a snap that he wasn't ready for, throws out in the right flat, incomplete. Brings up 4th and 4.
Well, their punter's hurt because Pinckney limped off. They going to limp him back on. Is he going to punt? I guess they're going to go for it.
Ray, you know what I've noticed? That not too many penalties out of YMLA.
No, they've played it. They only had 3 in the first half. As soon as you said it,
the left tackle moves.
the biggest man on the field stood up before the ball was snapped.
Man, I jinxed him. I should have started saying that earlier. So that pushes them back 5, and now they will punt it.
And the clock continues to move.
Gobblers elect to put nobody deep. End over end kick. Takes a good roll for the Lions inside right at the 30. So Cuero will take over at their 30-yard line with 9:44 left to go in the game, leading 62-7. Got a new quarterback at the helm now. Number 19, not on my roster. Pitches to the running back around the right-hand side. Flag on the play. Looks like he pitched it to Ethan Lucas around the right-hand side, but this thing's coming back. Man, Ray, this is all green helmets.
All green helmets, yeah. Number 30, but it's not Jander. Is going to get called for holding. So that's going to just be a nullity. No carry, nothing.
Nullity, is that a word?
A nullity, isn't it?
A nullity?
N-U-L-L-I-D-Y? I don't know. Maybe that's a lawyer word. I don't know.
You're bringing out the legal terms now.
That's in honor of Joe and Grandpa Roy. How's that?
Hands off to, I think it's Ethan Lucas. That got. Oh yes. So Oscar brought up that there's 3 6s on the field tonight, and 2 of them are on this new roster we got. So maybe that wasn't Ethan Lucas. I don't know. Regardless,
a 1-yard gain.
A 1-yard gain
for number 6.
Quarterback in a shotgun formation, takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he breaks out of the pocket, got some open field down the Gobbler sideline, goes out of bounds on his own at the 34-yard line. So big gain there by the current quarterback. He takes it out to the 35, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
He's 19? Yes, 19 is the quarterback.
The quarterback, from what I'm being told, is a freshman, Tony Perez. So number 19, Tony Perez, with a good run there to bring this thing to 3rd and 5. Perez keeps it himself up the middle, is upended for a gain of, we'll give him 2. Brings up 4th and 3.
And Cuero's going to go for it. Or either that or we're going to let the clock run all the way to 0 and call timeout would probably be the smarter play here.
They're going to try to get this thing off, I think, or is he just taking his time? Yeah, he's just taking his time. Yep, Coach Alvarez took a timeout with 6:23 left to go in the game. Brings his offensive unit over to talk about it. So this 4th quarter is being sponsored by Gable Woodworking. We want to thank them for their sponsorship. Also, we want to thank the game sponsor tonight, RB Construction, Beering Custom Baling. They're out of Moulton, Texas. For your construction needs or hay baling needs, contact them. All right, here we go. Gobblers are going for it. 4th and 3. Perez under center.
You're just trying to get him to jump off sides there.
And then he calls another timeout. You're right, Ray. He tried to make him jump. So, Coach Alvarez playing the mind games with the subs out there.
Yep.
That's good. Get those good experience for those guys.
I guess they are going to go for it. The punt team acted like they were going to come out, and they pushed them back.
All right, they hand off to number 6,
Little toss sweep, and he picks up a
Toss
first
sweep
down.
around the right-hand side and gets the first down. You're right.
From the 37 out to the 46, so he picks up 9 on 4th and 3.
Little Tony Perez is limping as
Yeah.
he goes out there.
Tony's a little quick on the snap count. We're gonna get called for motion because he didn't let the wide receiver
I
get
noticed
set.
that. I noticed that. All right, he keeps it. Our hands off underneath to number 6. Gets into Lion territory. Going to be spotted at the 49-yard line of YMLA.
Picked up 5.
5:28 and counting.
Whoever the mysterious number 6 is, now 3 carries for 15 yards.
You really need his name so you can give him that credit in the
Yeah,
stat
I'll
book, huh?
find out after the game, but
Perez this time hands off to number 8, a different number 8, not Donovan Jones. It's another one you're going to have to find out about, Ray.
and he got nothing on that one.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
But once again, the most important factor is the clock is now down to 4:47 and counting.
Again, we apologize for not bringing you some of these names, but we don't have a complete roster.
They gave us an updated roster, but it's not
still
totally totally updated.
No. All right. Tossed it out to the right side, around the corner. No gain. So now the Gobblers face another 4th and 5.
Well, we can get this down to about 3 minutes and 40 seconds before they snap it.
Kelton Dunn and Bishop Witt come into the game.
Yeah, this is entirely freshman or JV. There's nobody with a white stripe on their helmet.
Pitches it to number 6 around the right side, and he gets the first down. Good job there. Good run in there.
They are saying
There it
Ethan
is.
Lucas.
They're calling him Ethan Lucas, so that's what we're going to call him. Good job there
From
by
the
Lucas.
49 down to the 40. Again, another 9 yards for Lucas. Well, Clay, if they can make one more first down, they can run it out. And that
hands off to number 8.
that
up the
helps
middle.
when you
Tough-
get 9 yards on first
tough-
down.
Tough run in there.
Or 8 yards, I guess. Yeah, they're going to put it at the 32.
Clock goes under 3 minutes. As Mr. Dyer walks the track with the by-district championship trophy. Handoff again over the left-hand side. Good tough run in there. Gets close to the first down.
Got it.
I think they're going to give it to him, Ray. So that's
Yep.
gonna seal the deal on this thing.
It was number 8 again, right?
Yep.
We don't know who he is, but from the 32 down to the 29.
You got some homework to do after the game.
I know it.
Okay.
So it's not.
So we called him wrong.
It's
Number 6, the running back that's had those good runs is Braden Hernandez, not Ethan Lucas. So
19 is freshman Tony Perez, but you already got that one right.
yeah, man. Pitch to Hernandez over the left-hand side, gets around the corner, and is brought down after a gain of about 4.
It was close to a face mask. Got 5, from the 29 to the 24.
Perez under center. Takes a snap, hands off to number 8 over the right-hand side. He goes down about a yard short of the first. Going to take it to the 20. And YMLA calls a timeout. Okay. So number 8 is Jace Gomez, who carried that last run there. And they're all freshmen.
Who was 6 again, Oscar? I'm sorry, everybody can't hear. 8 was Jason. Thank you.
All right, so the Gobblers face a 3rd and 1 with 1:12 left to go in the game. Perez is your quarterback. Hernandez, the lone back in the backfield.
Take a knee.
They're going to kneel on it. Yes, they are. And YMLA calls another timeout. Okay.
I'd throw it in the end zone on this play. You don't do
Man.
if you're down 62-7 and people are taking a knee, you don't call timeout. There are certain unwritten rules in sports, and I think that's one of them.
Maybe Coach Alvarez is calling him over and drawing up a pass play.
That's kind of like in Major League Baseball. If it's 12-0 and you bunt, the next guy's probably going to get beamed. Or, you're up 30 in a basketball game and you steal it on the last play. You don't. They had that in the NBA the other night. No, Russell Westbrook got ejected from the game, but that guy stole the ball and went down and dunked it, instead of just peeling off and running to the corner and standing there with the ball.
All right, here we go. Gobblers come under center. He pitches it to Hernandez. Hernandez doesn't even get a hold on it. YMLA recovers the fumble, wins the turnover battle. It's not what they'd planned. They at one point were facing a 3rd and 1. Okay. Lions come out on the field. Your quarterback
Ball's at the 30.
is Pinckney. Pinckney takes the they throw a flag. Longest 3 minutes of my life. YMLA jumps off sides, takes him back 5. So 1st and 15 with 52 seconds left. Pinckney takes the direct snap, keeps it himself, making people miss. Finally gets brought down. Brought down by Juan Rivera Sanchez. Brings up a 2nd and 8. Pinckney again in the quarterback position, takes the direct snap, keeps it himself, goes around the left-hand side. Again brought down by Sanchez, along with Garrett Lance. And YMLA takes their final timeout with 15 seconds. So again, folks, stay tuned. We're most likely going to play Rockport next week. Site undetermined. Coach Alvarez was talking about Victoria. I assume, is that written in stone, Ray, or we
I
don't
think
know yet?
I think it's if Rockport won. My understanding was it would be Victoria 7:30 Friday night at Memorial Stadium in Victoria.
All right. Okay. YMLA comes out of the timeout. 15 seconds left. Trailing 62-7. This is probably the last play of the game. Pinckney takes the direct snap, keeps it himself around the right-hand side, cuts it up the middle. Finally driven down at about the 46-yard line.
Picked up 11, but that's the last play.
Again,
they get another first down.
Brought down by Garrett Lance and Juan Rivera Sanchez. Folks, we appreciate you listening. Gobblers came out, took care of business.
62-7.
62-7 by district champs. Moving on to the next round against most likely Rockport next Friday, probably in Victoria. Ray, another one in the books.
Another one in the books.
All right, folks, thanks for listening.